Hey everybody, I'm Kyra and you're watching Teenage Critic. We're here today at Providence's Coal Fired Pizza, as you can see by the sign behind me. In today's episode, Sydney's going to take us to the benefit concert in Boston. Then we're going to see a local teens film from the Gimme 5 Film Festival. Deirdre's then going to take us to get some pizza at Providence Coal Fired Pizza, so stick around.
Hey guys, this is Sydney from Teenage Critic, and right now I'm outside the Somerville Armory in Somerville, Massachusetts. And we are going to watch the benefit concert for musicians in Mali, where several bands are going to be playing. And one of them, Big Blue World, the lead singer is my voice teacher, which is exciting. And in a little bit, we're going to go inside and interview his band, and hopefully we'll get to interview some of the other musicians that are going to be playing there. So stick around.
I'm also asking you to do what you can, to dig deep, to help these musicians and their families.
Hey guys, this is Sydney from Teenage Critic, and I'm here at the benefit concert for Molly in Somerville, Massachusetts. So, can you tell me your names?
My name's Keith Kirkpatrick.
Connor O'Brien.
Chris Chitoris.
And by the way, Connor is my voice teacher. So, can you guys just tell me about your band, Big Blue World?
Sure. First of all, Connor and Chris knew each other from playing at some informal jams. And it turns out I knew Chris in a very unusual way. We played in the same band but never met each other because we played at different times. But we started playing together a couple of years ago, just with influences from really all over the world. And we like to just play a lot of different things. And reggae, African influences, but also just plain old American rock and roll influences too.
Awesome. So can you guys tell me what instruments you play?
I play electric guitar and acoustic guitar and vocals.
I'm the lead vocalist, and I play acoustic guitar and electric mandolin.
I play bass guitar and I sing. Mostly backups. Okay.
Nice. So can you guys tell me, like, why are you here today, and what made you want to be a part of this organization?
So let me tell you a little bit about how this came about. Chris's sister, Andrea Chitoris, organizes these fundraisers for Mali and has been doing so for over a decade. And so we're here raising money tonight for a really great cause. In Mali, you might know, there's been a war going on for some time, and in that war they've targeted musicians. And so many of the musicians are out of work. They can't earn money to feed their families. So we're raising money simply to feed their families in Mali. And Andrea has set up a network to distribute the food there. So that's really why we're here, raising money for that.
And Andrea and I know some of these musicians. They're personal friends. But her organization is World Connection, and this is the 15th year that it's been in operation. And she's built a remote medical facility in Mali, in a village in Mali.
Previously,
yep, in the last 15 years. And so this is really to help the musicians, because music is a centerpiece of the culture.
Is this the first time Big Blue World has played for this organization?
Well, actually, not quite. We played a benefit a couple years ago in the summertime, but that event was more like just a fun summer concert. This is just a little more of a show. In addition to tonight's concert, there's also a photography exhibit that's just down the hall a little bit from here, but that also tells the story of what's happening with the musicians in Mali.
And we'll also have a guest with us, Bala Kouyaté, who comes from a long lineage of balafon players going back to the 12th century royal court in Mali. So from father to son, balafon has been passed down since the 12th century.
Are you all full-time musicians?
Yes and no. I mean, we all have real jobs, but so actually we're not full-time musicians. I used to be. I mean, I'm sure we have in the past, but reality dictates.
I haven't been a full-time musician for about 15 years, but I prefer it, or closer to 20 years. I prefer it really like this, being able to balance it with day job.
Are there any challenges or differences between playing just like solo or practicing at home and playing all together?
Well, that's a great question. There are, because especially with certain types of music, like the type of music that we try and integrate together, we often in our jams, in our improvisational sections of songs, each of us are trying to do something uniquely different but still be in sync with the other person. And so trying to do that at home is virtually impossible, especially since these are improvisational sections. So that aspect is certainly something that we have to do, and we practice about once a week, if not more than that these days, and so to try and integrate those parts. Plus we're working on a variety of music from West African music that Chris has brought to the table, and my background is more kind of a singer-songwriter and rock and funk kind of music, but also have some Latin background.
So would you say world music is the kind of genre you guys play?
Yeah, if you had to call it something, I'd call it world music. But I think most any musician would tell you it's their own personal music, and you just listen to a lot of things, and what comes out is what you're inspired by, and then that can be American, or it can be Caribbean, or it can really be anything. So yeah, world music is probably the best description, though.
And do you have any advice for musicians out there?
Just keep playing. You know, that I guess the most rewarding thing for me is that music really connects me with people, other musicians, and then when you get to perform, to an audience, and that there's something really, really great about that.
And what about you?
Play what's true to your heart, what you really enjoy, and that will come out in the music if it's your passion. And so it's a kind of, our sound is a melting pot of many influences that are important to us, and we kind of bring it into a cohesive whole, hopefully.
My advice would be to really focus in on what you want out of music, and even go as far as to really spend some time and write that down as a goal, as what you really want out of that, and then practice hours and hours every day towards that goal.
Thank you so much for your time. I'm sure you're really busy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here with Bala, and he's going to tell us a little bit about an instrument he plays, which is really interesting.
My name is Bala Kouyaté from Mali, West Africa. The instrument I play called balafon. So actually this instrument here is my family instrument, going back to 13th century. It's just been passing down generation to generation. Yeah.
That's amazing. Is that?
I mean, not one particular I'm playing here, but the history of the instrument. But even today, the very first one, about 800 years old, still in my family, and my father is the guardian of the very first one.
So how long have you been playing for this event?
This kind of event, you mean?
This like one, the World Connections.
Oh, actually, World Connection, this is my first time with them doing something like this. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff around in the country, in the United States or outside in the United States, but this is my first time to do something with the World Connection.
And have you played with any other musicians in the past?
Oh, definitely. So many great artists. I had a chance to collaborate with Yo-Yo Ma. I had an album with Yo-Yo Ma, and Angelique Kidjo, and perform around with the band Harper. So, I have my own stuff going on. I have my own band, and I perform all around in the country, and I go internationally. So I do a lot of stuff.
So what's your name?
Seiko,
And how old are you?
7.
And you play an instrument, right? So what instrument do you play?
The balafon, djembe.
How long have you been playing it?
Since when I was wearing diapers.
That's amazing. I could never do that. Wow. Thank you so much for talking to us, you guys.
Thank you so
Good
much.
luck tonight.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Bala Kuyate from Mali. Here's the Sekou Kuyate and Joseph Kuyate from Boston in Mali. So we cannot thank enough Deirdre and his family to make these things happen. It means a lot to us. So we're going to play the traditional song, Jilly song for you tonight.
So the concert just ended and I had an amazing time and I heard some awesome music. So stick around for what's coming up next.
That was an awesome concert. I wish I could be there. Now we're going to go and watch a local teens film from the Give Me 5 Film Festival. So let's go check it out.
Bringing us through the history of the West African slave trade is my brother Abdunjai.
Upstairs were the merchant, like the trade makers.
The trade makers?
Yeah, the trade makers that they were coming in Africa and they trade. They were just like living in here. The slave down. The slave were chosen. They were like taken by an exchange. Like they do not just come and take someone and say you are a slave. First you have to have like 60 kilos, you know, kilos.
60 kilos.
60 kilos.
Kilometers?
Yeah, not kilometers. Kilos.
Oh,
like
kilos.
weight.
Okay, yeah.
Weight to be available for them as a slave. This is for men. And for women, like they look at your nipples.
They look at your what?
Your nipples, your breast.
Pervert.
Yeah. They want to say if you are virgin or not. You see? Then like the men were exchanged with mirror. You know mirror? They come to a village, they say, yeah, I want this man. I'm gonna give you a mirror and
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the man. That's
Yeah.
how. Or they exchange with wine. You know wine. That's how they get the slave. You know. So once they are back in here, they wait for the ship to come from abroad. So you can film downstairs. downstairs is where the slaves were held. You know, I just explain you like about these rooms. These were where the men were held. You see how tight it is?
More than 50 people in here.
In here.
That's ridiculous.
They were packed. You know.
Packed
And
in.
you know what? These were at the same time their toilets. These were at the same time their toilets. They couldn't get out.
Same time there's toilets.
And we have room for little kids. Upstairs.
Little girls were held in this room. The windows are so small. Wow. But it's better than the other room. They only had one window. Yeah. Packed. Little girls were in here.
You cross the door, you never come back. You see?
Yeah.
And those who were ill or the elders, like the old men, they were free. They were thrown on the beach. You see?
Elders
Yeah. Elders
were thrown.
And those who are ill, who were ill.
Oh, who were sick?
Yeah, they were sick. And they were chained, and at the same time they have chained with a bullet that weighs that has like more than 30 kilos, I don't know, 10 kilos I think. So that if you try to jump in the water, try to run out by swimming,
You can't.
Get, and you can't because you have a bullet in your ankle. You see?
Oh my God.
A lot of hardship happening here. Like the slavery stuff, it lasts like more than 400 years.
Wow.
400 years. And it hasn't only happened in here in Dakar. It happens in
everywhere.
Nigeria, you know, all the like West Africa states. But Gore Island was like where they were mostly concentrated.
Yeah.
Because the place is a very like strategic. It has a good position. It's closer to the sea from Europe and America. That's why they were shipped from here.
Hi, my name is Awa and I'm Senegalese. Knowing my history, it helps me realize who I am and where I come from. Overall, the trip opened my eyes to the realities of life. I am happy that we as people can unite as one, and race and discrimination is not as big of a problem as it was before. I am proud to say that I am African, and with honor, I represent my nationality. I am proud of where I come from. That is why I preach Africa.
Coming up next, we're going to get to watch Deirdre interview the chef of Providence Coal Fired Pizza, where we'll get to eat some pizza too. Can't wait!
Hey guys, it's Deirdre from Teenage Critic, and today we're here at Providence Coal Fired Pizza with one of the chefs, Dave. So Dave, I have never been to a coal-fired pizza, whatever. What is coal-fired pizza?
Well, coal-fired pizza is a different way of cooking pizza than probably what you're used to. We use the heat from coal to cook a very thin crust pizza, and that coal, the reason it's different, coal burns at 900 degrees, which is a very high temperature, so our pizza's cooking about 4 minutes.
So I imagine that gets you a lot of customer attractions because it's fast but still really good food.
Yeah, it's fast, so we can serve more people quicker, and it's a very different kind of crust than probably what you're used to because the coal also adds a little smokiness to it, and it has a little bit of a char on the outside, so that well-done kind of look.
So how long have you been working here?
We've been open a little over a year now.
And did you have any, so did you go to, culinary school?
As a matter of fact, I did not. I actually graduated from Syracuse University and got into the restaurant business because I was looking for a job.
Oh, so where do you get the coal from?
We actually get the coal from a local company in Cranston, Rhode Island, and what they do is they get the coal from Pennsylvania, and it's called anthracite coal, which when people talk on the news about clean coal, Anthracite coal is what it is. So that comes from Pennsylvania. He gets it for us, and then he ships it here to us, and then we break it down and pack it up into little packages that we use and put in the oven. So it's Pennsylvania coal.
So how do you stop the fire? Do you just turn off the airflow?
You don't stop the fire. It just keeps burning. It actually, when you come in the morning, the oven's still at like 350 degrees. It never really completely goes out unless we shut the oven off or don't put any coal in it for maybe 3 days, and then it'll get cold. But every day when you come in, you could probably still cook in it when you first come in the morning.
How about you show us how you make it and maybe make us pizza?
We could do that for you. Yeah, we could make you a pizza.
Yay! You guys stick around because we're going to go back and eat some pizza.
So this is the dough, and we put it in these dough bins so we can work on it. Essentially, this is about 14 ounces, and you can see how it kind of how it droops. It's really, really wet, and that's why there's so much flour on this board. It's because this is like I said, it's 77% water. So what we do is we just...
Is it all-purpose flour?
Nope, this is high gluten flour. High gluten to make it. And you can see how we're just pushing it out to make a rim like you would with any kind of pizza. And we just kind of stretch like this. And our pizzas aren't round. Our pizzas are oval. Yep, like a football.
How many pizzas do you say you'd serve on a busy night?
We could do 200 pizzas on a busy night. If you look at this seat, how you can almost see through it. You can see the light through it. That's how thin it is. All right, I'm going to bring this over to the board. And on the board we have semolina, which is this yellow grain. And what that does, that acts like marbles, so that the pizza can kind of slide off this board. All right. And we're going to move over here.
Can I touch the dough?
Yeah, go for it.
It is.
We don't make tomato sauce, we use raw tomato and allow it to cook in the oven. And you can see it has some chunks to it, which is really, I don't know, that's how my mother used to make it. And we thought it was the way to go. We use what we consider to be a very high quality tomato out of California. You can see, so it's just tomato sauce, and then I'm going to reach over here, I'm going to season it with some salt, and then we're going to put some fresh mozzarella, chunks. We don't shred it, we use chunks. Do you like more cheese? Alright, so and then we're just going to take a little oil. I'm going to pop this in the oven.
How long will it will take, like, how long did you say, 4 minutes in the oven?
It should take about 4 minutes. When the oven's at its optimum level, it'll take about 4 minutes.
On a busy night, do people talk to, like, the cooks and show?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, people talk to us all the time. They're interested in what we're doing and how we're cooking it and what the oven does and what the numbers on the oven mean. And yeah, we get all sorts of questions, which is fine. It's part of the experience, I think. People feel like they're part of it instead of just seeing their food come out from some back area. Here, they can actually see what's going on. So yeah, it's fun for most people. We get a lot of families that like to sit here.
Do you put yeast in the dough?
We do put yeast. The funny thing about it is, though, for about, what is it, 48, for about 100 pounds of dough, we're probably only using about an ounce, which is not a lot. We actually make a poolish, which is like a poor man's starter, and that sits overnight. Then we make the pizza dough and ball it up, and that sits a whole nother day. So we're 3 days out on dough. We have to stay ahead, otherwise it doesn't work properly. So it rises, but it doesn't need a lot of help. We just kind of let it naturally, let the sugars and proteins and the yeast naturally work itself out. Yeah, you would think we'd have a big one, but
Is it a small storage?
if you saw it on a Saturday night, you'd be like, this is small, because you can barely move around in it. But it works for what we have. And that's part of the restaurant business, is you got to be organized. I'm going to put some basil on there and some of our house garlic oil. You can see where there's like a little char, and you can see it's got that hollow sound.
Is it the crust that you like or the basil?
All of the above.
What do you like best about it? How about you, Kyra? What do you like about it?
I like that it's really crunchy, the crust.
I like the burger. And I like the Coke.
I like the water, so ha.
We get a lemon in ours. Burn.
Oh. Best part right here, there's a little burnt part right there. You don't like
So good. I've had a great time hosting the show this week. You should tune in this Saturday and every Saturday at 11:30 to check us out. If you don't believe me, go to the website at teenagecritic.com for any questions, comments, or concerns. Bye!